Welcome back to Low Budget TV's continued coverage of the 2019 SCMT Winter Finals. Today, it's race 2 at OCRC Raceway in Huntington Beach, California, and it's the final race of the season. My name is Charlie Seungtai, and joining me as always is Low Budget TV's Tommy Mason, who is here to break down all the action.
We've got the trucks entering the arena. It's going to be a fast-paced racing rounds. You can see a little bit of a preview and a little show of what to expect.
So this is the last race of the year, Tommy. What are you looking from all the competitors today? They're going to lay it out all on the line.
Well, we've got a developing points battle as we continue on through racing. We saw that points develop in the last race. Now this is race 2 of the day. And, really, if you're behind on points, you've got to just go for it. If you're ahead on points, you can't screw up. This carpet track, not forgiving, easy to make big mistakes.
As we take a look at the keys to the race, Tommy, this Winter Finals event was supposed to be in the outside surface of Hot Rod Hobbies in Saugus, California, but instead it is now in the carpet surface of OCRC Raceway.
You can see 25 competitors, and it's a St. Louis Anaheim combo. As you're seeing, a bit of the track preview presented by Proline.
That's right, Tommy. This hybrid course is going to challenge competitors all day as we take a look at the Devastator machine making his qualifying run. And that chicane in the middle, as well as a hard brake zone you saw right there, is going to be very tricky. So we will now take a look at the qualifying results, and the top 7 drivers get bye runs. So that's going to be huge, Tommy.
Launch Control, Hang Time, Roush, Iron Outlaw, Pretty Black, Hook, Stars and Scars, the one ahead of the game as we go into this race number 2. Here is everybody else fighting for the bracket.
So it's going to be critical, Tommy, because as you said, there's going to be a lot of points implications. I know Chris Ribali and Larry Turner are battling it out for the 3rd spot in points, so this is going to be huge to see who gets on that last spot of the podium as we take a look at the round 1 matchups.
A lot of drivers there that are just totally mixed, and this qualifying session had some drama in itself just because a lot of drivers getting used to this course.
So as we take a look at our first matchup, on the line is Jonathan Lopez in the Red Bull versus Chris Ribali in the Hurricane Force. So Ribali is one of those drivers trying to move up the points, trying to get that 3rd spot. He's going to have to get past Jonathan Lopez as the race is now green and Hurricane Force with the early lead.
A lot of tight corners, a lot of high-speed run straightaways. You've got to mind your P's and Q's. You can't get too far behind like you're seeing there.
Looks like Ribali will bring it home with the round win though. So Hurricane Force will be moving on as Red Bull finishes his run. Our next matchup will be Jeremy Bunting in the Bad Company, qualified 13th, versus Levi Scones in the Barefoot.
So you can see Levi, he's got a hill to climb. Bad Company 13th in qualifying and 20th for Barefoot. But we have seen here in the Spektrum speed shot, you can see that it is all about getting your lap in smooth.
Yeah, there's so many areas in this track where, right there, you can make a mistake. Luckily, Jeremy is able to get away with it, and looks like he will take the round win, and the Bad Company machine will be moving on to round 2.
Barefoot having struggles there towards the end of his run. Move on.
Next up will be Stephanie Iacono in the JTP 13 versus Jeremy Bunting in a 2nd machine with Crash Test Dummy.
I thought we had a streaker on the track there for a second. All right, so here we go. Continuing with our round 1 bracket. A lot of tricky one, and they look to be pretty even.
Looks like there was a tire in Stephanie's lane, so a little bit of controversy right there.
Yeah, what's the call? I wonder, because they did not clean up the track before the run.
Looks like Jeremy's slowing down. Looks like we might have a rerun, Tommy. So I think that's the right thing to do to keep things fair. So this will be JTP 13 versus Crash Test Dummy Part 2.
All right, we're going to see if the track's clean and how we're doing.
Looking good so far for both drivers. That should be a very good corner right there for Stephanie. Oh, but bins it into the parked trucks, and that gives the lead to Jeremy, and he just has to bring it home, and it looks like he will. So Crash Test Dummy will be moving on to round 2.
A very heads-up battle there for most of the race. Stephanie, like you said, parked it in the parked trucks.
So as we move on, our next matchup will be the Gravedigger of Kyle Rabali versus the Black Pearl of Travis Letcher.
These two made it interesting in qualifying, and we're going to see how it works out in this one. Lights green and we are racing, even through the first corners. Pretty close.
Oh, hit some tires,
yeah.
And that's going to be
just about over. Spektrum speed shot, seeing what's coming and going.
As long as Kyle keeps it clean this last corner, it looks like he will. And the Gravedigger will be moving on.
Oh, man.
Looks like some damage, too. So probably when Travis hit the wall, might have broke a tie rod or a link of some sort. But we move on to our next matchup. It's Sean Johnson in the Devastator, who qualified in the 10th position, versus Jessica Dahl in the Blue Thunder.
Jessica's working in that carpet, finding all the grip she can. 23 and 10. You see drivers. Spektrum speed shot. Whoa!
That might be happening a lot today, Tommy. That chicane is very tricky. Oh, and you see Jessica into the tires, so that's going to cost her quite a bit of time. As we see Sean Johnson getting up on the front wheels in that brake zone. That might be happening a lot as well today. Jessica, those tires, man, they're like a magnet.
She's just remodeling the course.
So, tough break for Jessica, but we will see her back right now, actually, in the Scarlet Bandit.
Quick turnaround.
So, Jessica with her second truck in that beautiful Scarlet Bandit versus Larry Turner in the Titan. Two very nice replica trucks, Tommy.
Yeah, very good to see here at the OCRC. And big trouble there, a little too far into that corner.
Turner with the lead. Oh, and more problems for Jessica. So Turner just has to idle this one home, and Titan will be moving on to the second round. And another flip. So tough race for Jessica, but we will see her in freestyle. So she is just getting a little bit more practice in, getting used to this carpet surface.
Scuffing the body just a touch.
So our next matchup will be Larry Turner once again in the Time Flies versus Cody Saucier Motorsports, driven by Alan Manriquez. So,
and what I noticed that's interesting is we're saying two double drivers qualify next to each other of their own time. So here we go. Time Flies. Oh, they're even down the straightaway.
Yeah.
A little wobbly. We got a race.
Still even. So one more corner to go. We're going to see who nails it.
Last corner to the line.
And Cody Saucier Motorsports will take the win. So closest race of the day so far, Tommy. What a race.
And he goes to chase down that Time Flies machine once more.
You look at the replay. Looks like Time Flies was actually ahead initially, but then it started to get close after this second corner. Actually, almost hit the wall in that brake zone, so a little bit of problems with Larry, but he still was able to lead briefly before the third corner.
There was a lot of passes for the lead in this one.
Yeah, this was a very exciting race. But in the end, it was Alan Manriquez who took the win. As we take another look at Larry Turner's ISO shot, and I think it was actually this one corner that maybe is where he lost all of his time. Not just the first time around, but even in this second time around, he got on the front wheels, and you know those brake zones on this carpet surface are tricky. As we take a look at Cody Saucier Motorsports' ISO run, and he was pretty clean for the most part.
He had the lead, gave it away,
took it right back though. So.
So the truck bounces a lot, but you know what? It's proven it's fast.
Yep, and he'll be on to round number 2 as we take a look at Travis Letcher's Mutant Machine versus Fernando Martinez and Max D. the number 12 and number 21 qualifiers in this matchup. And a hole shot for Max D.
Yeah, but you can see he got hung up there on that first jump. That could have stopped his run. He's still leading though. Oh.
Still close. Oh, but a big flip for Mutant, and that's going to give the advantage to Max D, and it looks like Max D is going to bring this one home. So
Nice airtime over the final jumps. But that was another close race, back to back.
Yeah. That'll be it for round 1, but when we come back, it's going to be round 2 action for the SCMT Winter Finals. The SCMT Winter Finals are brought to you by Proline, racing to bring you the best. JConcepts. And Horizon Hobbies.
We might have been banned from Monster Jam, but Feld can't stop us from bringing you the SCMT Winter Finals. Starting in January, Low Budget TV will be bringing you all of the high-flying action from the second annual SCMT Winter Finals, where races will be won, trucks will be destroyed, and champions will be crowned. If you missed any of the action, Low Budget TV has you covered, as Race 1 will premiere January 1st, with coverage of Race 2, Freestyle, and bonus retro class action coming in early 2020. So if you can't afford to go to Monster Jam, catch all of the best mini Monster Jam action on Low Budget TV.
Hi, I'm Cole Custer, and you're watching Low Budget TV.
And we're back at OCRC Raceway for the SCMT Winter Finals. It's race 2, and now we're on to round 2, Tommy. So now is when we see the fast qualifiers.
Getting all mixed in now, so they had to fight their way through the first round. Now they get to fight with the fast qualifiers, and this is where we're going to see some, I'm guessing, some wild racing here in this one, because you can't give any inch to your competitor. Here's Hurricane Force alongside Launch Control.
So your number 1 qualifier, Trevor Damo versus Christopher Bali in the Hurricane Force.
Good start for both. Side by side into the first set of corners, and
Flip
not for
for
long.
Bali. Oh, and then another moment. So it looks like this race is going to go to Trevor Adamo in launch control. So your number 1 qualifier backs it up with a convincing round 2 win, and we will be seeing launch control in the 3rd round. As he parks his launch control machine, and the two seem to disagree on a parking space. But we will move on to the Bad Company of Jeremy Bunting, who defeated Barefoot in round 1 versus the Pretty in Black machine of Zach McKenzie. McKenzie qualified 5th and is showing the form that he had in September when we were here the first time, Tommy, when he made it to the final round. So we'll see if he can back up his strong qualifying effort. As big moment right there, as you saw. Both of them actually had problems in that chicane. So
they are struggling through this course, but now we've got a race on our hands.
Bad Company with the lead at the moment, but it's going to come around the last turn. And look, a flip for Bad Company will give the win to Zach McKenzie. So it was going to come down to that last corner, Tommy. They were both right there. As we take a look at the replay, and Bad Company actually had the lead right off the start, but they both had their issues into that first dogleg.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like on this carpet surface, again, all the grip and unforgiving. As soon as you turn the wheel one way and react, it automatically, instantly wants to go the opposite direction, and then you got to fight that steering. And it looks like both of them got tripped up there at the same time.
As we take a look at the ISO cam for Bad Company, he didn't have the cleanest run by any means, but he controlled this race up to the last corner. So even at this point, the halfway mark, he was still leading and looked to be on his way, but just flipped it over.
Yep, just tipped over at the corner, right in front of everybody.
If you take a look at the ISO cam for Zach McKenzie, he actually almost missed the corner as well. So he had to play catch up as well, but was able to just hold it together enough to take the win, capitalize on bad quality. He actually got on the bike too, Tommy.
Yeah. So wild racing, like I kind of predicted, as we got crash test dummy Jeremy Bunting up against Stars and Scars.
So Bunting with his second truck, this is his last bullet in the race. He hopes to have better luck in this race than he did in the previous race. As we go green, and he has the lead early on. But Icono has taken the lead, and now he has problems for crash test dummies. So high centered on those tires and turning pole, and a big lead for Icono.
Got to cruise to the line. Oh, don't do that! Don't do that! What a save!
Almost threw it away.
Wow.
So what a run by Icono and a save. So
sweating bullets on that one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That save meant everything, as you got Kyle Rabali and Gravedigger up against Michael Iacono, Rouch Performance.
So Icono with his second truck right away, so we'll see if he can get his second truck into the third round as we go green. Oh, actually Gravedigger he went the other way, so he made his own course, and Rouch Performance gets on the bike but still holds the lead.
Oh.
Gravedigger has to avoid the tires that he knocked over.
At this point, he knows he's up behind. Just have fun and complete your race. But easy win, per se.
Yeah, so Rouch Performance will be moving on to the third round. We're going to see hang time with Trevor Adamo and Sean Johnson in the Devastator. So Adamo just saw Icono get a second truck into the third round. Adamo's going to try to do the same thing as the race is now underway. Hang time with the lead so far, and just steadily pulling away. Oh, hit some tires though, so got to be careful. Don't want to get it tipped over, but it looks like he will take the win and be moving on to the next round.
What a fast, smooth run.
And doing a wheelie. As we move on, it's the Titan of Larry Turner versus Chris Rabali in the Hook. So this does have points implications because Rabali is chasing down Turner for the third spot in points, would like to knock him out now to try to get more points for his Hurricane Force. We'll see if he can do that or if Turner can fend off those challenges.
Oh! Not what he wanted.
So tough break for Rabali. Clipped. Oh! But Turner almost threw it away too. So tough break for Rabali as he clips that ramp on the dog leg. And that's all she wrote for the hooked machine. So Larry Turner will be moving on to round 3 as we move ahead quickly to our next pair. Cody Saucier Motorsports machine, Alan Enriquez, and the Bounty Hunter of Michael Letcher.
Two interesting and awesome looking pieces here. You've got the shaved down body of Bounty Hunter against Cody Saucier with that bouncy truck, and there's tires in the way.
Oh, but Bounty Hunter now gets the lead, even with the problems in the second corner.
He does it these last couple of corners. And that's not going to help, but it will help Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter will be moving on to the third round. As we take a look at our next matchup, it's Fernando Martinez and Max D, who defeated Mutant in round 1. He will be facing Michael Letcher in the Iron Outlaw, who was your 4th place qualifier.
For the green, and we're off. Even around the first set of corners.
Max D with a slight edge at the moment. Pretty clean so far for both actually, but a little bobble for Iron Outlaw, and that's going to help Max D stretch his lead. Oh, and a flip, so that's going to seal it for Max D. So clean run for Fernando Martinez. And the Max D machine will be moving on to round 3. So that wraps up round 2, but up next will be round 3 when we come back. The SCMT Winter Finals is brought to you by amain.com Performance Sports and Hobbies. MIP, and Axial.
All the way, it's so short.
We might have been banned from Monster Jam, but Feld can't stop us from bringing you the SCMT Winter Finals. Starting in January, Low Budget TV will be bringing you all of the high-flying action from the second annual SCMT Winter Finals, where races will be won, trucks will be destroyed, and champions will be crowned. If you missed any of the action, Low Budget TV has you covered, as Race 1 will premiere January 1st with coverage of Race 2, Freestyle, and bonus retro class action coming in early 2020. So if you can't afford to go to Monster Jam, catch all of the best mini Monster Jam action on Low Budget TV.
Hi, I'm Noah Gregson. You guys are watching Low Budget TV.
Welcome back to the 2019 SCMT Winter Finals at OCRC Raceway. We are now in round 3, and now we're down to the final 8, Tommy.
This is going to be the fun brackets to watch. I mean, we've already seen the points implications happen. You're going for the win. This track is not going to get any easier as the pressure continues to build.
So up first for round 3 is the Pretty Black machine of Zach McKenzie and the launch control of Trevor Adamo. So McKenzie had a tough race in that round 2. He's going to have an even tougher race in round 3 if he wants to get to the semifinal.
We've seen Trevor have some smooth runs.
Oh, gets on the bike and he flips it. So tough break for Zach McKenzie. He knew he had to push it. He was going to beat Adamo, and it looks like the launch control will be heading to the semifinals, Tommy.
And another smooth run with a little bit of a crash towards the end, but hey, those are movable objects.
It's okay to do it after the race.
Yeah.
Zach McKenzie still finishes the race. Tough break for Zach, but we'll see him in freestyle. Up next is the Titan machine of Larry Turner and Adamo's second machine, the Hang Time.
Back-to-back runs for Trevor. This only helps him, but he can also get into his own head, so here we go. Lined up and ready.
I know that Chris Rabali is hoping for an Adamo win to knock out Turner here to help himself in the points, so we'll see if that happens or not. It looks like Hang Time with an early lead.
Nice and tight through the corners for both. Hang Time continues his lead. Titan there, not too far behind though, if any mistakes.
Perfect through the last corner, and Hang Time will take the win. And so that will be it for Titan, and that will still give Rabali a chance at third place in points, Tommy. So that was a big run for both Turner and Rabali.
Right.
As we move on to our next matchup, it's the Bounty Hunter of Michael Letcher and Fernando Martinez with the Max D. So Max D having to go through the 2 extreme teams. So first had to go against Iron Outlaw, now going against Bounty Hunter. So
all right, here we go. Nice race going on here in these corners. You can see that. Oh, Max D almost keeping it, saving it though.
Oh, but I think he got held up on that ramp, Tommy. So looks like Bounty Hunter is going to take this win, and he will. So he lost the first time against Max D, but he gets his revenge in round 3, and the Bounty Hunter will be moving on to the semifinals. So that wraps up round 3 action, but coming up next will be the semis and the finals of the SCMT Winter Finals. The 2019 SCMT Winter Finals is brought to you by Spektrum, leaders in spread spectrum technology. JD Scale Graphics. And Fat Cat Custom.
Hi, I'm Cole Custer, and you're watching Low Budget TV.
Welcome back to the 2019 SCMT Winter Finals. It's race 2 action from OCRC Raceway, and we are now down to our final 4 drivers, Tommy.
Here we go, and I see a pair of trucks that are driven by the same driver.
So we'll see if Adamo can get both of his trucks into the final. He's been close many times this season, but he has yet to be able to do so. So we're going to first see him with a launch control, the #1 qualifier, who defeated Pretty in Black in round 3, and he will face one of his longtime nemesis, Michael Iacono in the Stars and Scars.
Arguably two of the fastest drivers in this SCMT tour. We're going to see them up against each other. Who's making it to the finals?
This easily could have been a final round, Tommy, so this is going to be a great matchup as we see both trucks.
Oh!
So that brake zone, Tommy, when you get on the nose, it could be lights out if you do not get off the brakes quick enough.
Yeah, this carpet track is just fighting people left and right, like we expected. We talked about this from earlier in other episodes, how the carpet track can bite you. Trevor Adamo, he's got it figured out, or he's just got a more patient throttle finger.
As we take a look at the replay, launch control had the lead early on, and then Iacono was trying to make up the distance, but just made a big mistake while pushing. And that just happens when you're pushing, you know, like you're on the edge, you're trying to go as fast as you can. As we take a look at Iacono's ISO camera.
Smooth through the corner, does a good job to keep it tight. But then you can see not only hard on the brakes, but the truck started to rotate the back end, wanted to pass the front, and of course hard under brake. Again.
It happened again, so it just shows how hard it is. Iacono is one of the best drivers in the circuit, but if you can catch him out twice, you can catch anyone out. If you take a look at Adamo,
I don't think Trevor enjoys this corner very much, but he's always knocking over the tires in the corner marker.
some places you like certain parts of the track better than others, and that just happens sometimes. As you look at Bounty Hunter with Michael Letcher, who defeated Max D in round 3. And he's going to have the tough task of facing Adamo in the hang time. So Adamo is going to try to get his second machine into the final to make an all Adamo final. Michael Letcher is going to be in his way, though.
We haven't seen Trevor make any mistakes this entire day. And we're back to a lead. Spektrum speed shot. Almost
right
getting
at
wiped
you.
out.
And there's a big mistake, Tommy. So you called it, kind of, maybe jinxed it. You said he didn't make any big mistakes, but he just made one right there. And
Commentator's curse.
And it was the same mistake and the same lane as Michael Iacono's problem. So maybe something with that lane. I don't know. Well, we're going to take a look at the replay.
Yeah, we're going to have to diagnose this one. Almost wiping out that poor fellow running the camera. That Spektrum speed shot and the exact same thing.
Yep. Maybe that lane's more grippy. I don't know. I mean,
that is very interesting, and that's Trevor. Technically, again, he was the one that had to fight and get his time back.
as we see his first problem at the chicane. So this, I think, will be the MKS moment of the race, Tommy. And he made some slight mistakes earlier, but was able to get away with them, but not this time. As we take a look at Michael Letcher and the Bounty Hunter, who's just solid all the way around.
Yeah, such a smooth run there. Got a little crossed up, but again, through the corners perfectly. And that's exactly what you need to do, because that is where the issues happen.
As we take a look at our final round matchup, it's Launch Control versus Bounty Hunter. So are you surprised, Tommy, the number 8 qualifier got to the final?
He was an odd man out. He had to make his way through the brackets. He had the most races out of the two. So that could be a beneficial to his run.
As we see Adamo and Iacono just talking about the track as well as Michael Letcher. So as you take a close-up look at the Bounty Hunter, we take a look at the Horizon Hobby Road to the Finals. Bounty Hunter defeated Overboard, CSM, Max D, and Hang Time. And on the other side, Launch Control defeated Hurricane Force, Pretty in Black, and Stars and Scars on his way to the final. So a lot of tough competition for these two in this Fat Cat Customs final round showdown, Tommy.
Here we go. So Trevor Adamo, he's been the fast driver, but did that last mistake get into his brain?
Well, he is now in the other lane, Tommy, and I think this is actually the lane he's been running all day with Launch Control. So maybe this is his preferred lane. We're going to find out.
Green, no biter moment, final round.
Picture perfect through the second corner. Bounty Hunter giving chase, but steadily losing time. One corner to go for Adamo. Oh, gets on the brakes kind of hard there, but is able to get away with it. And once again, Tommy, Trevor Adamo in launch control takes the win.
Not a big surprise as he just owns this carpet track here lately at OCRC. Trevor Adamo just making his way smoothly through the brackets all the way to victory.
So there he is, folks. Trevor Adamo, your 2019 SCMT Winter Finals Race 2 winner.
Had to beat a big field as we take a look at the replay.
Just kind of led from start to finish, Tommy. Just every corner sort of made a little bit more time up and stretched his lead. And I don't really think Bounty Hunter made any mistakes. I think launch control, it was just his day today.
Yeah, I think that lane and him and that truck, everything was aligned and he's made his way to victory. Here's the ISO of Bounty Hunter. Had a little bit of a bobble there in that previous corner, but just could not keep up. Oh, that doesn't help either.
I think by this point he was maybe having to push a little harder than he wanted to, just try to make up the distance. But up to that point, it was a fairly clean run. As you take a look at Adamo and launch control, I mean, for the most part, pretty dialed in. It's hard to beat.
Probably got a little nervous there, but made his way across the line.
Well, Tommy, that's going to wrap up racing for the 2019 season. Up next is freestyle. What are you looking forward to then?
You know, I'm seeing some of the ramps that these guys have brought out. They are steep. I see backflip ramps. I see cross-thread ramps. I think we're gonna see it all.
Well, we're all going to be looking forward to that fantastic action. That will be coming up soon on Low Budget TV. So for Tommy Mason, I'm Chief Charlie, and we'll see you next time we go RC Monster Truck Racing.